and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay. 6:55 is when we'll go. Good job, sir. Good job.
Your officials
Good luck
for tonight.
Thank you.
Your referee will be Gary Levin. Your umpire will be Corey. Get live from Bruce Burnett. Lines goes Eldrin, Bill,
It's fine with me.
your back judge,
I'm
Eric Wood.
okay either way.
Let's see how well I do see, because we can't seem to get this one clean.
We can open it. I mean, I'm
Those
okay.
individuals are registered by the Arkansas Appeals
Doesn't matter if that
Association.
opens, as long as that air's
Qualifies
it will never be as hot as
rules
rockets.
of this meeting.
Jeez.
An attitude of good sportsmanship, CFL, and all spectators, players,
I said
coaches,
50,
no
I
matter
meant
what their
55.
personal feelings or loyalties might be.
And good evening. Welcome to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville, Arkansas. It's the season opener tonight between the Pottsville Apaches and the EPC Warriors. I had a chance to talk over tonight's game with Coach Brian Rust.
Coach Brian Rust, head coach of the Apaches, joins us on our pregame show for Pottsville Apache football. And does it really seem like it's game day yet, Coach?
Man, it's been a long time getting here. Really, I mean, we've had a really good off season. Our guys have been just really, working hard and pressing themselves every day. And through the summer, I think we put in more time this summer than we normally do. It just seems like we've really pushed ourselves this year and. Just trying to prepare. This group's done an amazing job of, wanting to be great. So it's been a fun off season, but we're ready. We're ready to get going.
A lot of your guys, we talked about this earlier, a lot of your guys made some really big physical gains in the off season. That had to be really proud moment for you as a coach to see them grow and get stronger and faster.
Yeah, and they even made more of a difference, going from last year, you could just tell, what we do in the off season, how much of an effect that has on us. Last year I felt like, we weren't as strong, we weren't as physical, we weren't as, all the things that we generally are, from our off-season program to get to that point. And last year, it just really seemed like you could tell, we just kind of lost some of that. And, this, having the off-season again, the guys just, wanted to be great. It was one of those deals where we work out, and we put them in the position, to get better, and it's kind of their job to take the bull by the horn and get better. And every day, man, these guys brought it.
All right, and we've actually finally had some real summer weather recently as preseason camp has gone on. How well are the young Apaches handling the heat?
Really, this in 23 years, I've had some good practice teams. It doesn't happen very often where you have an entire team that you feel like are really good practice players. And this group is one of those groups that, it really doesn't seem like the conditions bother them a whole lot, as far as their mentality in practice and things like that. They just kind of battle through and go on and don't say a whole lot and just keep trying to achieve. So it really is one of the better groups we've had in a while.
Well, I'm on the subject of it being hot at the preseason and hot in our first few games. A lot of home games on the AstroTurf this year, or not AstroTurf. I am showing my age there, but the field turf. That stuff holds the heat pretty well, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, we went out the other day and looked at the. We got this new little toy that shows you the wet globe temperature and heat index and all that kind of stuff. Coach Cobman took it out on the turf the other day. It was about 120 degree heat index during one of those days. So definitely can hold the heat a little bit. But, really, once you're on it, you don't really notice it necessarily. I think it's just kind of present. It's kind of like the heat out west. Everybody says how hot it is. They hadn't had an Arkansas summer till that'll tell you what heat is. And it just I don't think we even worry about it much anymore. Once we're out there, we just roll.
Back in the day, I used to watch the St. Louis Cardinals a lot when they did play on the old AstroTurf in Busch Stadium. And those guys, they'd actually soak their feet in ice water between innings and put wet leaves in their cleats.
Absolutely.
Will we need any of that, you think?
Maybe. I did actually feel that the other day. It was one of those hot days, and, man, you could really feel the heat coming through on your feet and on your toes. Got toasty pretty quick.
I can imagine. Who are some of the guys, if you can take a second, maybe talk about some of the guys that you feel like really made the biggest gains in the offseason going through the workouts and what have you?
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of a core group of seniors. I really felt like, across the board, we improved and got a lot better throughout the offseason. But top of the board, I would say, would definitely be Cooper Duvall. He's kind of been the guy. He's always there. He's kind of always helped us and just continued to get better and better. But, he really, really got after it this off season and really improved his speed, his strength, got extremely stronger, extremely, faster. I mean, it's one of those things that's kind of a testament to what you can do if you really put your mind to it. Him, along with Landon Mahan, and Landon was an all-conference player for us last year, and he really put the work in, and all his games are showing so far on the field. KJ Spencer is another one. He kind of went the other way. The other guys gained, 15, 20 pounds muscle. KJ gained muscle but lost some of the other stuff, and so he lost a little weight, but he's gotten a lot more athletic, a lot quicker, and just really explosive. He was another all-conference guy from last year, that could have kind of just sat and relaxed and said, hey, I'm already pretty good, but he didn't. He really, really worked on improvement. In that whole Adrian Hall's another one that, first time to play was last year since his Pee Wee days. And, and he really, that whole group of them really focused on getting stronger and really improving in the weight room and getting better. And, that's the biggest thing, senior leadership is a thing that we, from time to time with groups, you just miss that. These guys are guys that lead by example and show up every day and do what they're supposed to do, and they really work hard.
You were talking about losing other things. I wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about there, Coach. We'll come back with more Pottsville Apache football pregame show in just a moment. Coach Brian Russ, the head coach of the Apaches, joins us on our pregame show. And, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time out of a busy Friday morning. I know one of the things you like to do with your teams is to try to have them kind of gone through this before, how things work on game day. But you've always got a group of sophomores coming up, and game day is always a little different, isn't it?
It is, and again, I really attribute it to the seniors, and we have as a coaching staff too. We've tried to, I think whenever you've done it, been around it as long as I have, and you go through this stuff, and really my coaching staff now is becoming, it's already pretty veteran, but some of the younger guys are now in their 4th, 5th year of coaching, and I think all that really just all I think it's kind of culminated now this year into, understanding and trying to be prepared the best you can, and of course as a coach you're being prepared for them to be prepared, and so we've tried to do a great job this year of getting us lined up where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, so whenever you're going through pregame, it's something simple as pregame. It's one of those things where if you have your routine set in stone and you know what you're doing, and then everything becomes natural. It's more like a practice. You go out there and just go through what you normally do, and then there's nothing that's crazy about it or different. So that's really what you want in their minds is game day is the same as every other day. We bring it the same no matter what day it is. It doesn't matter if it's a practice day or a game day, and of course, you and I both know that once that the whistle sounds for that first kickoff in the competition, you're going to be ramped up and all that kind of stuff. But all the stuff leading up to that, you want to just stay even,
Yeah, easier said than done.
Yes,
A lot easier now that I'm 50 than when I was 15 or 16, that's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. We appreciate you joining us on the RSN broadcast. Stephen Glenn with brother Jim Huffman here for tonight's ball game, and we are ready to kick off tonight. The Apaches kicking from left to right. High, short sky kick is going to be fielded at the 30-yard line by the Warriors. Return to the right side, I believe, is Camden Argo. Brings it across the 34 to the 30, just short of the 35-yard line. His return will pick up a couple of yards.
Well, welcome to Football Friday Night, Steve.
Yeah.
It started off with a punch kick, and Argo made a return, and now we're playing the first series of football in 2021. We're very excited to be here at John Needham Stadium tonight.
And the Warriors will start with the football back on their own 33-yard line. On the right side, hash. Short side right, wide side to the left. A double stack formation on the left side. The quarterback Carter Smith back to pass, looking right for a go route. Pottsville in decent position to cover it, but Barry Roselle goes up and makes a big catch at the 34-yard line for a big pickup.
Wow, Steve, just like that, man, they're coming out and they're slinging the ball. If you remember last year, that's how East Poinsett County, the Warriors, started their game last year with us, and it was air football all night long.
Yep, big pass play there, flips the field at the 34-yard line as the Warriors work right to left on the radio side of the broadcast. A tripped formation to the right side. Now they bring motion right to left. Jet sweep, turning it up the field, crossing the 30 down to the 28 to 27-yard line. Carter Smith, the ball carrier, almost a mainline option look up the right hash.
Yep. And that time it was a host of Apaches making that tackle. You can look at this Pottsville defensive unit, and, we're not great of great size, but, man, we're quick.
And East Poinsett County on the move to the Apache 25-yard line. They face a 2nd down and 7. A give and running to the left side, picking up yards. Dennis Gaines gets inside the 25 to the 22 to the 21-yard line on the pickup of 4. That is a 1st and 10.
Yeah, that is a first down, heirloom legal first down, Steve.
That's right. All right. That is the second first down of the drive. At the 26-yard line, No, the 21-yard line. I'm sorry, at the 21. Ball is on the right side hash. Wide side to the left. EPC does not huddle. The single back in the backfield is Camden Argo, number 5. Quarterback Smith takes the snap on the right side, gives it to Argo on the draw, has running room across the 30, up the right hash to the 35, to the 34-yard line. Or Nick Bosel in on the stop. I'm sorry, I was at the wrong yard marker. We're down to the 14-yard line.
Going to bring up second down, 4.
Second down and 4 on the play after the pickup of 6 down to the Apache 14. Quick snap to the quarterback, and he'll give it to Argo, trying to the right side between the guard and tackle, and this time he's stacked up for a very short gain by the left side of the Apache defensive line, including Landon Mahan coming up in run support.
Yeah, Mahan came in them from that linebacker position that time and made a good defensive play.
So the ball is at the 13-yard line, pickup of about a yard, 3rd down and 2. Again, a quick snap. Smith, the ball carrier, the quarterback, works his way straight ahead between the left side guard and center. He crosses the 10 to the 9-yard line, and that's going to be another 1st and 10.
Well, Steve, you know, I know this defensive unit, man, this is the first series. You know they're excited, and little butterflies are coming. So hopefully this defensive unit will be able to settle down just a little bit.
1st and goal for EPC for the Warriors. Ball is at the 9-yard line. They're going to give it on the counter, coming right to left, and then stacked up right at the line of scrimmage was Dennis Gaines, the ball carrier, and I don't think he picked up anything. In fact, he may have been driven back.
Dennis Gaines.
Yeah, they drive him back for a yard back to the 10. So good work inside, even with trap blocking. The Apache's able to hold the line, if you will. And it will be a 2nd down, goal to go from the 10. Almost a wing T formation. They fake the jet sweep, quarterback right up the middle, crosses the 5 into the end zone, and that's Carter Smith for the touchdown.
Well, Steve, that was a great fake that time that actually froze the defense. They didn't see Carter Smith with the football, and he just scooted into the end zone untouched.
No, that was a quick touchdown for EPC. They have the initial possession, and we're right at 9:08 to go in the quarter. Point after attempt coming for the Warriors. Looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going to line up in a power I formation. The offset is to the left. Smith under center takes the snap, gives it to the I back, working to the right, gains into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So with 9:08 left to go in the first quarter, EPC takes an 8-0 lead. We're back in 30 seconds on Apache football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
All right, welcome back to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. As EPC has taken an early 8-0 lead. Short kick fielded by the Apaches at the 24-yard line. Return up the middle crosses the 35, the 40, the 43, the 44-yard line. Returner was Tyler Davis, showing good speed up the left side. And the Apaches will start with good field position.
Yeah, good return that time by Davis, man. He just fielded that ball in a short hop and found a little seam, Steve, and he was close to breaking that one.
All righty. So the Apaches will take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. That was a 9-play drive by EPC for their touchdown. It went a total of 67 yards. 9 plays, 67 yards. Cooper Duvall up under center. They bring a motion man left to right, give it straight ahead across midfield, running up the right side hash to the 49-yard line. Landon Mahan out of the single back, goes straight ahead to pick up about 6 yards.
Yeah, the big fullback Mahan that time, man, he just was running downhill, Steve, and I think we'll see a lot of that tonight and hopefully the rest of the season.
Ball is at the 49-yard line, the nose of the football right at the 49 on the right side hash. 2nd down and 4. The Apaches have wideouts on both sides of the formation and then a wing T look. Now they're going to bring a man in motion. Metcalf, he takes the toss sweep, has running room across the 45, outside the hash to the numbers to the 40, to the 39-yard line. Caleb Metcalf, the ball carrier, will pick up an Apache 1st and 10, brought to you by Heirloom Legal.
40-yard line will be a Pottsville Apache.
The Apaches' initial first down of the ball game. That pickup was basically 9 yards.
Good run by the running back for the Apaches.
Again, 1st and 10 Pottsville. They're at the 39-yard line. Give to Mahan straight ahead. Gets inside the hash toward the middle of field. Powering down to about the 36, maybe to the 35-yard line.
Brought down by number
We'll call it the 36.
Jamarcus Garrett.
Number 53, Jamarcus Garrett, the ball carrier.
Steve, our offensive line, they're getting some push, and it's good to see that early in the season.
Looks like a pickup of 4 to me. We're going to call this 2nd down and 6. Again, 2 wideouts in the formation. The wing T set. Mahan, the single back in the backfield. Again, they bring a motion man Metcalf. They give it to him again. Has running, on the quick trap play inside. Mahan with the football. He gets inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. And another Apache first down. A good enough fake on the pitch. It had me fooled.
Yeah. Heirloom Legal first down for the Apaches.
No. That pickup was 10 yards. Pottsville down to the 26-yard line of the Warriors. Warriors with an initial 8-0 lead. We have 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Motion man comes left to right this time. Duvall takes the snap. Toss sweep to Metcalf coming to the near sideline. Ducks inside, sends it back outside. Down to the 15 or 16 to the 15-yard line. Adrian Hall, the ball carrier. And Hall with running room. Nice move as he ducked it inside, then brought it back outside. And he will get down to the 17 or the 16-yard line, which is another Apache first down, brought to you by Heirloom Legal. 3rd first down of the drive for the Apaches. Warriors making a substitution at a linebacker spot. Ball is on the right hash. Slot formation to the left. Again out of the tee. And they're going to give it straight ahead. Hard running by Landon Mahan. Crosses the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Drawn down by number
Pickup
65.
of, well, they're going to give him the
Emery
14 to 13-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Well, Steve, going to this wing tee, it just has that different look from the dead tee.
Yep, sure does. Sure does. Cooper Duvall has the play. Coach Russ really raved about what a good option quarterback he is. Aiden Grant went wide to the left. In the slot on the left side is Bryson Villarreal. Open field to the short side right. Motion man is Metcalf out of the tee. He's going to get the give in the backfield. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Has plus yardage. That's Metcalf across the 10 to the 9 and drugged down at the 8-yard line. That is power running.
That is, and I want to tell you what, that's all Metcalf that time. He was hit in the backfield twice, broke the tackle, spun away, and picked up some positive yardage there in the red zone.
Ball is at the EPC 8-yard line. It is 3rd down. The Apaches can get a first down without scoring. They have to get the ball inside the 7, so about, let's call it a short 2 or a long yard. Slot to the left. Now they bring a motion man left to right, and a whistle as the play went off. It was given to Mahan, and he's hit right in the backfield. Let's see what the penalty is. The official comes to the near side, and it is a false start against the Apaches. So that will move the ball back 5 yards. That should put the ball back at the 13-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 6. Pottsville with a big 3rd down here. Cooper Duvall under center. Motion man coming left to right. Then Adrian Hall goes back to the left side. That is actually a tight end stepped off the line. Now they motion right to left. Duvall back to pass. He has a man wide open in the end zone. Didn't see him. Throw is short. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Ball falls incomplete in the end zone.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down. He had Bryson Villarreal wide open on a corner route. I mean, there wasn't a white shirt within 10 yards of Bryson. But the play was designed to go a different direction. The Apaches cannot make the completion. So Pottsville is going to attempt a field goal. The holder for the Apaches is the quarterback, Cooper Duvall. Landon Mahan is the kicker, soccer-style kicker. This will be, about a 28-yard attempt. It has the distance. The kick is long enough, but it is no good. Missed it wide to the left, no good, and EPC will take over on downs with 5:02 to go in the first quarter. 8-0 EPC with the lead.
Yeah, Steve, I was thinking about Cooper, when he had that ball and he was looking for that receiver and he couldn't see him, he is looking into the sun right now too. So
that's a good point, yeah.
And also with that missed field goal right there too, that could be a possibility because they are facing the sun.
So the Warriors take over on downs with 5:02 to go in the first quarter. The line of scrimmage will be the 20-yard line for the Warriors. The quarterback Smith brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. High snap. Smith gets it down. The draw play, tough running across the 25, breaks the tackle at the 30. That is across midfield to the 40 to the 35-yard line. Argo, the ball carrier, he'll flip the field, pick up a big first down. Touchdown saving tackle by Bryson Villarreal, but that will be out to the 37-yard line of the Apaches.
Yeah, and Adrian Hall was in there too to help stop that touchdown saving run there. I'm going to tell you what, Steve, man, you talking about a running back. Number 5, man, I'm telling you what, he has got some speed for this East Poinsett County football team.
The Apaches trail at 8-0, timeout on the field. We're back after this 30-second timeout with more Apache football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Welcome back to John Needham Stadium. Pottsville trails this game by a score of 8-0. Ball is at the 30, just inside the 37-yard line of the Apaches. Big pickup of 43 yards on the initial play from scrimmage in this possession by the Warriors. They are back out on the field now after the Apache timeout. Double slot formation. Carter Smith, the quarterback. Looks like he has Dennis Gaines as the running back. Motion man comes left to right. Fake the give to him. They give it to Gaines straight ahead. The Apaches did not bite on the fake as Gaines tried to get across the 35. Stacked up there for a gain of about 2.
Yeah, KJ Spencer stacking it up there in the middle for the Pottsville Apaches. Big number 65 making the stop.
Second down and 9. Short side left, wide side right. On the plus 35. Boy, that's a big offensive line for the Warriors. Pistol formation. Smith gives it to that's Gaines. He starts up the middle, crosses the 30, cuts it outside at the 25, gets ahead to the 24-yard line, and that will be another touchdown or another first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, Gaines, once again, their backfield is just loaded with speed, Stephen. Gaines is one of the speedsters for the Warriors.
Pickup of 11, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Roll out pass to the right side. Trickeration may be coming, but the Apaches saw it. Pass went out to Barry Rozelle to the right side. It looked like Rozelle wanted to throw the ball as he stepped backwards, never went over the line of scrimmage, but the Apaches played it very, very well.
25.
I want to say that was Villarreal that made the stop there. He stayed home. A loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12. Ball is at the 25-yard line. Sweep from right to left coming. Russell makes a man miss in the backfield, turns it upfield at the 20, the 15, gets inside the 10 to the 5, driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line by Cooper Duvall. But Barry Russell Jr. with another 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, our quarterback he knows how to hit somebody on defense. Duvall that time hit number 11 there and knocked him out of bounds. Cooper Duvall hitting Cooper Argo and saving the touchdown.
And again, a sweep coming to the note. Quarterback faked it. Smith pulls it back out, takes it up the field inside the 8 to the 7-yard line. There to make the stop at about the 7. Looks like Gavin Harris with the original stop. Isaac Cox also in on the play. Short gain moves it down to the 6. Pickup of about 2. I believe that ball is at the 6. And at the 7, we'll go with that. So second down, goal to go from the 7. Power, no, it's not a power eye because they're in a shotgun formation, but it is a counter give, and the handoff to Dennis Gaines, and he is hammered right in the middle of the line. Nathan Paramo really hammering the running back Gaines. That's going to be a loss of all the way back to the 10, loss of 3.
Yeah, Paramo was a Ramo that time, Steve. Man, you talking about meeting the running back in the backfield. Paramo did a great job.
All right, double barrel shotgun, the quarterback Smith. Now they'll bring a man up to the line of scrimmage. He has to reset and does. Now Gaines comes in motion, and Carter takes the ball on the snap. Pass intercepted by the Apaches. Return at the 10, the 15 up the left side. Penalty flag comes in there. Was that Landon Mahan on the interception?
Sure was.
Mahan with the interception on the 8th play of the drive to thwart the drive. There is a penalty flag on the return. We'll see if that might have been an illegal block of some sort. But good job by Mahan getting a drop from his linebacker position. I'm not.
There will be a post-possession
post-possession penalty. The official signal block in the back. I think he signaled pass interference.
Yeah.
I think he used 2 hands, meant to use 1. We'll call it a block in the back.
Hey, Steve, it's his first game, too, so even officials have some jitters.
Well, I've been doing this for a long time now, and I'm still having trouble. Well, now they've changed the call. He pointed at the EPC side for the foul. Now they mark it off against Pottsville. And Coach Rust kind of wonders, I think it probably was a block in the back.
Yeah.
By the Apaches.
But the good news, like our producer said, Justin Smith, we still got the ball.
That's right. We still have the ball. Trailing 8-0. We are in the first quarter at the 9-yard line. Cooper Duvall, the quarterback. Motion man comes left to right. Duvall's going to roll that way. They call this a waggle. He has nowhere to run to. Fumble on the play. The ball is loose at the 2, and I'm pretty sure the Warriors have recovered the loose ball at the Apache 2-yard line.
A loose ball on the play.
Well, there's still a battle for the football, and the officials haven't signaled anything. They're going to say the Apaches got it back.
Oh, wow.
Pottsville's big number 58, Nathan Paramo, got back, and he wasn't anywhere near that football. He dove between 2 Warriors to come up with that ball.
Wow.
Now it's a loss of 7, but you still have the football.
I'm going to tell you what. You're talking about Paramo saving the bacon. He saved the bacon on that one.
Yep. Cooper Duvall kept it on the option coming to the right side, and he stopped and started to dance, and that's a bad thing to do against this Warrior defense. So that'll make it second down in a whole bunch. 2nd and 17. Draw play comes across left to right, crosses the 5, spinning at the 8, straight ahead to the 9-yard line.
I believe that was Mahan on the carry.
Landon Mahan, number 11, the ball carrier. He'll get it back out to the 9-yard line, which was basically the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Boy, do you put it up in the air here?
Hey, you know, what about that old play we used to call all the time, the old skinny post?
Yeah, the skinny post.
Yeah.
Send the it's not a wing, it's a tight end lined up off the line of scrimmage. Send him right up the middle on that skinny post. Slot left, a tight end walked off the line of scrimmage is Metcalf. They bring him in motion, and the Apaches fumble it again on the exchange. This time it's picked up by Barry Rossell. He's into the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Warriors. That exchange never got to the running back.
Wow.
So a fumble results in an EPC touchdown.
Well, Steve, you know, first game, but these are things you can build on and you can get better from. You know, you don't need to fumble the football, when you're that deep. And unfortunately, they did twice, and that time it cost them.
Yep. twice on the same drive. Power I formation. They move a motion man from left to right. Now the receiver comes set. Smith, the quarterback, takes it, hands off to the right side. The two-point conversion by Dennis Gaines is going to be good as he outruns the Apache defense into the end zone. So with 1:40 to go in the quarter, your new score, the Warriors 16, Pottsville 0. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache football.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Back at John Needham Stadium, the Apaches off to a tough start. They trail this game 16-0, and we're still in the first quarter. EPC will kick it off from right to left.
Had some tough breaks, Steve.
Yeah, well, can't fumble twice deep in your own territory and expect to come out with something good. High short kick coming to the right side, takes a bounce at the 25. The Apaches field it up the left sideline to the 29 to the 30-yard line. The Apache return man on that play was Brian Sanchez.
Nick Boso on the return.
Well, at least I thought it looked like.
I think they look like brothers myself.
There
Steve,
we go.
But I think it was Bolso is who he called. So
1st and 10 for the Apaches. Ball is at the 29-yard line. And the Pottsville Apache offense comes to the line of scrimmage in kind of their base set. It's a wing T look, single back in the backfield behind Duvall, and a counter coming to the right side. Hall is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Joshua Gilmore just threw him down as that play went absolutely nowhere. Gilmore with the stop. And once again, Pottsville getting the ball and kind of dancing in the backfield, and the Warriors are way too fast for that.
Well, Steve, they are, and in basic football, you've got to run downhill, and it's some of that juking and standing up and reversing. You just got to go with it. You got to run downhill.
Now let's also credit the Warrior defender, Joshua Gilmore, with a good play. He just defeated his blocker, and as soon as Hall had the football, he really did have nowhere to go. From the 27, second down and about 13 on the wing tee. Give to the fullback Mahan. Has running room across the 30, angling left to the 34 to the 35-yard line. Landon Mahan with a nice carry.
I think I just coached Mahan up a little bit because he's running downhill now. That's good.
That worked out well.
Yeah.
Pickup of 8 still leaves the Apaches about 6 yards short of the first down. Pottsville needs to get the ball to the 40. It is just inside the 35-yard line, really at the 34. So a pickup of 7 on the carry. Third down, Apaches come to the line of scrimmage in the wing tee, single back, Duvall, the snap count, toss sweep coming to the left for Metcalf, has a first down at the 40, gets outside between the hash and the numbers to the 44, and spins forward to the 45-yard line for the Apache first down, brought to you by Heirloom Legal.
Yeah, Steve, I think we need to be calling number 22's number a little bit more tonight because he is the one guy that's got the speed on this football team. Him and number 3, Adrian Hall. So I'm hoping those guys will get to see the ball some on the outside.
And we are at the end of the first quarter of play. After one, the Warriors leading the Apaches 16-0. We're back after this 1-minute timeout with more Apache football.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Welcome back to John Needham Stadium. The Pottsville Apaches trailing the Warriors of EPC by a score of 16-0. EPC with a long drive on their initial possession to take an 8-0 lead after the two-point conversion. They had a second long drive, but Landon Mahan came up with an interception to thwart that drive. Unfortunately, on the ensuing offensive possession, the Apaches lost the football in the end zone. Barry Rossell Jr. fell on it for the touchdown. And again, the two-point conversion was good for the Warriors. And they lead this game 16-0 beginning the second quarter.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Pottsville Apaches. Pottsville has it at the 44-yard line, gives straight ahead across the 48, makes a move at the 49. Mahan crosses midfield to the EPC 48-yard line. Tackle made by number 8, that is Omar McHouston. The gain is to the 49-yard line.
Well, Steve, that's what you got to have. You know, we say with the dead T, it was called the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. This here, I'll take 4 yards, every how we can get it.
Yeah, well, in this case, we'll get 7. It's 2nd and 4. Quick give to Mahan on the trap play. He has a first down and then some as he crosses the 45 to the 40 to the 39-yard line. Mahan with a pickup of 10 right straight ahead, and that's another Apache first down brought to you by Heirloom Legal.
Yeah, I think Mahan's done figured this thing out, Steve. He's just got to hit the hole and just keep his head down, stay behind his blockers, and, man, he's doing a great job right now for the Apaches.
Ball is right in the center of the field on the Warriors side, the plus 39 for the Apaches. The wing T offense, motion man comes from right to left, toss sweep coming to the near side. That's Metcalf. Gets around a potential tackle at the 37, falls forward to the 36 to the 35-yard line. And Metcalf with good running there. That could have blown up. Tyler Moore with the stop.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Caleb Metcalf, he's got some moves, but when he starts downhill, he is so fast. He's so explosive. But that time, he just picked about 4 yards in a tough running situation.
Bryson Villarreal is the wide out to the right side of the formation. Single wide out to the left. Motion man coming left to right. They're going to give it to Adrian Hall. He turns the corner, but as he crosses the 35, he gets met right at the 34-yard line.
Number 3.
Adrian Hall, the ball carrier, probably tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No, well, they may give him a yard as he's down to the 34, so pickup of a yard.
Tough run that time for number 3.
10 minutes exactly to go in the half. 16-0. The Apaches trailing this ball game. They are on a long drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive coming. Ball is at the 34-yard line of the Warriors. Ball is on the right side hash. Single back set out of the wing tee. They're going to give it to Mahan. Steps to the left in the hole. Crosses the 30. Breaks the tackle at the 29 to the 28 to the 27-yard line before the tackle is made by Dennis Gaines. But the Apaches pick up another Heirloom Legal 1st and 10.
Down to the 26-yard line.
So they'll mark it down at the 26. Yep. Pickup of 8. And another first down.
Yeah, good job once again by big number 11, the big fullback for the Apaches, Landon Mahan.
Yep. Well, at the 26-yard line, it is a 1st and 10. Toss sweep coming to the left side, and a nice move to get around one tackler by Metcalf. He got to the 25, and then he was stacked up there. Somebody missed a blocking assignment there because Metcalf got hit almost as soon as he got the football.
Well, he did, and, you know, Steve, that was a great move by Caleb Metcalf that time, Steve, because, I mean, you know, of course, the rule is you need to get that first defender. You need to make him miss, and that time Caleb Metcalf did just that. But yeah, there was some misassignment on blocking there.
2nd down and 9 for Pottsville. Now, they got down to the Warrior 13-yard line on the last possession before the drive stalled. The Apaches missed a field goal. Here it is 2nd down and 9. Give it to Mahan. Tries the right side. Waiting for him there is Emery Constant. And he just crosses the line of scrimmage. Forward progress down to the 24-yard line.
Man, that sounds like a defensive tackle name, Emery Constant.
Doesn't it, though? That's a good football name.
That's a great football name.
little bit of Shakespeare there. Emery is as constant as the Northern Star.
There, that's it. You think Mom and Dad might have read a little Shakespeare?
I suppose that's possible.
Possible, yeah.
So third down, looks like it is 3rd down and 6, I believe. 3rd down and 7. They have the wing T formation, and Cooper Duvall pitches it perfectly, turning the corner at the 25 to the 15 to the 10-yard line. Metcalf will have a first down for the Apaches, and Cooper Duvall did the option perfectly.
Well, he did that time, and, man, what a great run after the pitch by big number 22, or little number 22, Metcalf.
Lots of speed. They give him to the 13-yard line, so the pickup was 11 by Metcalf. Now, this is where the drive stalled the last time, but the Apaches on the move again. Wide to the right side goes Villarreal. Wide to the left is Jackson Furr. Maybe the first time he's been in the game. The Apaches bring a motion man. That was Adrian Hall. Now he has stopped. He has come back to the tight end side of the field, even though back a step. Now they bring motion right to left, and to give it to Mahan right up the middle. He has yards turning inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Wow.
Oh, a pickup of 9 that time. The Apaches can get a first down. Well, as a matter of fact, they're going to give him a 1st and 10 on the play. The ball is actually down at the 3-yard line, so that's another heirloom legal first down for the Apaches, and they have a 1st and goal to go. Again, Jackson Furr, the wide out to the left. Mahan in the backfield, 2 men in the backfield. This is the broken dead tee. They're going to give it to Metcalf, makes a move in the hole at the 3, spins down to the 2, gets right at the 1-yard line and tackled there by the defense, just about a foot short of the line to gain. In fact, you'd almost call that the 0-yard line.
Yeah, Steve, that's what you would call it. We just got to protect the football here, punch it in, give it to your big fullback or quarterback sneak. Of course, you've got, I don't know how tall Cooper Duvall is, but, man, you're talking about a time for a quarterback sneak. This is probably it.
Well, and Coach Russ tells me he put on about 20 pounds of all muscle in the offseason, and you can see it there. And they're going to do the quarterback sneak. Duvall takes the snap, angles to the left. He is in the end zone for a touchdown for the Pottsville Apaches, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Hey, the first TD of 2021. We'll take it.
Yep, as that goes in for, into the end zone for the touchdown. The Apaches look like they are going to go for 2. They trail it 16-6. Cooper Duvall comes in, bringing the play, as Pottsville makes it a 16-6 ball game now. The Apaches need to get this play off. Play clock down to 9. Duvall calls the offense set. He's under center. Motion man left to right. Duvall fakes the sweep, rolls to the left on the waggle, pulls it down. He's trying to get to the end zone. He's not going to get there, and it wouldn't have mattered because there was going to be a block in the back. There is a penalty marker on the field at about the 3-yard line. Well, now, I saw a block in the back. My partner thinks he may have seen something else. Well, he pulled him from behind. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, Steve. That's what I saw from up here. How about that?
Well,
I think our producer, Justin, saw the same thing.
Yep, and we'll have a chance to check it here perhaps on the replay.
Hey, we have instant replay now.
Yeah, but the call is blocking the back, so the PAT is no good. Your new score, the Warriors 16, Pottsville 6. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache football. Welcome back as we discuss the possible penalty on the play. Coach Rust is talking to the official, and to the credit of the official, he's letting Coach Rust have his say. Yeah. And Coach was saying, no, the reason it looked funny is because the defender had my man in the back twisting him around. The official let Coach Rust have his say. I don't think he was very sympathetic, but he did let the coach speak his piece. Apaches in the end zone with a touchdown on a 14-play let's see, looks like a 73-yard drive. Landon Mahan with a sky kick to the near side. The Apaches are trying to cover this, and it looks like EPC got it, but it's close. The Apaches had a man there. I have not seen an official signal which way the ball's going. He's spotting the ball at the 42-yard line, so it's going to be EPC's football. Let's see, that touchdown happened with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. EPC will have what is their third offensive possession. They have a touchdown and an interception. So we are in the second quarter of play. EPC is starting at their own 42-yard line. They move a man from the line of scrimmage back. The quarterback is Carter Smith. He'll take the shotgun snap. Give running to the left side, I believe, is Argo again. He's going to get across the 41 to the 42-yard line. The Apaches did a good job staying at home. In fact, actually a slight loss on the play.
Second down, 10.
Yeah, big number 65 for the Apache. Spencer, I'm going to tell you what, Steve, he's doing a great job.
Looked like Spencer just threw his potential blocker out of the way and stood there and waited for the running back to run into him. Second down and 10 from the 43. Smith takes the shotgun snap. He's looking for a home run ball up the left side, and he's going to overthrow everybody. He was looking deep for Bossel. Good coverage by the Apache secondary as the pass falls incomplete. Villarreal with good coverage.
Yep.
As the pass falls incomplete, so it'll brings up
third down.
A third down and 10.
Be the deepest man and the deepest third, and that's what number 7 did for the Apaches that time. Good coverage.
That's right. Slot to the right side. And the quarterback Smith keeps it himself. The Apaches there, though, defeat the line, and Carter Smith has stacked up for a loss on the play. I saw Brian Sanchez in there.
First by number 58.
Also in on the play was Nathan Paramo stacking up the line. No gain, and it's going to bring up fourth down. I'm curious if EPC is going to kick it. I saw their punter in warm-up, and he has a serious leg.
Yeah, I think he's going to punt, Steve.
McHouston was regularly punting at 45 yards with almost 4-second hang time.
Wow.
And the coaches are telling Adrian Hall, back up. He's now set up at the 25. The fourth down snap is a good one. High end over end kick, and it's going to be taken at the 25-yard line. Hall gets tackled almost as soon as he caught the football. There is a penalty flag on the play. The ball is going to be at the 25-yard line initially, but I think that's going to get backed up due to the penalty.
Yeah.
I think it's on the Apaches. I would love to be wrong. Penalty flag is right at the 30-yard line. I wonder if we're going to have another block in the back here.
Steve, I think that's what it's going to be unless he waves it off. I know he picked it up, but let's see what he says.
And the official sets a right foot down on the 25, and he'll mark it off back to the 15-yard line on the block in the back.
10-yard penalty.
On the 10-yard mark off. 4:53 left to go in the second quarter. The Apaches will take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line. The Apaches have had two very good drives. They've picked up some yards and some first downs. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage in the wing T formation. Lead belongs to the Warriors, 16-6 at the moment. Cooper Duvall with a toss sweep coming to the left side. Metcalf has running room, crosses the 30, cuts it outside to the 35, or to the 25, to the sideline at the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him out of bounds at about the 29. But that's going to be a pickup of 14 on the play, and another Pottsville Apache heirloom legal first and 10.
Yeah, and Gaines was fortunate to be there that time to knock Metcalf out of bounds.
And he was the last white shirt there that could have stopped a really long game. As it is, the Apaches come to the line of scrimmage. It is right at the 30 on the left hash. Wide side right, two wide outs, and the wing T. Counter give to Mahan. Up the middle, up the hash, crosses the 35. Powering across the 38 to the 39-yard line. And they're going to spot him at the 39 after, well, they're going to give him the 40. That's going to be a first and 10.
Yeah, another heirloom legal. First down for the Apaches.
So the Apaches have had two plays on this drive, and they've both been first downs. So the Apaches on the march. There's plenty of time in the quarter. 4:30 and counting. Wide out goes to the right side for the Apaches. Villarreal, single wide out to the left. Motion man, counter sweep coming, left to right. The hole opens up at the 43 across the 44, the 45-yard line. Metcalf with good running, but great blocking by Camden Teeter. I saw Camden just absolutely open that hole up.
Boy, he did. Good job by Teeter that time, and a good run by Metcalf following his blocker.
And that timing on that was absolutely perfect because there was no hole there. Metcalf stayed with the play, though, and his blocker arrived and opened up a 7-yard gain, almost 8 for the Apaches. At the 47-yard line on the left hash, out of the wing tee. Motion man is haul right to left. They're going to toss sweep it to him. Has running room across the 38, spins forward to the 39. He's going to be close to first down yardage. I think maybe a little short. We'll see where they put the football down.
I think it's going to be about a yard short, Steve.
Yep. Just short of the 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That play initially looked like it might have something there, but you've got to credit the Warriors' defense for fighting through some traffic and arriving to make the play. 3rd down and less than a yard for the Apaches' attack. Pottsville has tried a couple of passes, but basically it's been a ground and pound attack. 3rd down, less than a yard. Give it straight ahead to Mahan. Gets across midfield into EPC territory up the right side of the 49, and that's going to be another heirloom legal Pottsville Apache 1st down after the pickup of 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Mahan is earning his keep tonight, man. I'm telling you what, he's doing a great job in that fullback position. I know he's getting a little winded. He's getting a lot of carries, but, boy, good job by Landon Mahan.
Well, and it's actually beginning to cool down right nicely at John Needham Stadium. No, wait a minute. We have air conditioning.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So much for that thought.
It really does feel like fall football in the press box.
From the plus 49, the Apaches have it 1st and 10 out of the wing tee. Motion left to right, and I think the motion man turned up field too quickly. The give was straight ahead to Mahan, and the whistle was blown dead, so that play obviously can't count. I think the motion man turned up field too quickly. This was Canadian football. That would have been all right.
Yep.
Against the Apaches.
Mark off is 5 yards.
5 yards remains 1st down. 1st and 15.
Back to the Apache side of the field.
Speaking of Canadian football or Northern football, who is the Marshfield Blue Jays playing tonight? Or did they start?
Yeah, I honestly don't know because I don't think Missouri does a week 0 game, so I'm not 100% sure. Marshfield is where I went to school, and believe it or not, I think they're still using the same football field.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right.
They've kept it in good shape. Apaches have it 1st and 15 from their 45. Hall comes in motion right to left. Duvall back to pass. Had a man at the 35 on the go route. That was Metcalf. He had a step. Duvall just let him about 2 steps too much, or that was going to go to the house, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, he had 2 receivers that actually had beat the defensive backs. Villarreal, number 7, and then Caleb Metcalf, number 22. My goodness. And almost there.
Yep, the timing was just almost perfect on that. He had a step. Well, and that's really the way you would just as soon Cooper throw that ball, too. Put it where only your guy can get it. And Duvall did do that. 2nd down and 15 for Pottsville. They're at their 45, and they're going to give it to Mahan, who's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Almost looked like the offensive line was blocking for one play, and the running back was heading for something else. But as it is, no gain on the play, maybe a yard.
Yeah, and once again, there's Emery Constant there, and I think Mahan might have been shaken up just a little bit.
Yep, we do have a timeout on the field, and I can see Mahan kind of bent over a little bit, may have had the wind knocked out of him. Tyler Davis will come into the ball game. Tyler's got some speed now.
Yep.
And they may need him here. We'll see. 2:32 left to go. We're in the 2nd quarter. Warriors on top 16-6. The Apache offense has been effective most of the night, but fell short at the 13-yard line and then missed a field goal wide to the left. Now they face a long 3rd down after a penalty. 3rd and 15 from their own 45. Toss sweep coming to the near side across midfield. Running room at the 45. Out to the left sideline to the 40, the 35, the 34-yard line. Metcalf with another Pottsville Apache heirloom legal 1st down.
Steve, I'm going to tell you what. He is a step away of breaking one. And for the night's over with, I'll go ahead and call it. I believe Caleb Metcalf will break one for a TD tonight.
38 yards on the pickup for the 1st and 10.
And I think his mom and dad are sitting right in front of us, and so I think you'll probably hear them scream.
1st and 10, Pottsville. They're on the Warrior side of the field. 2:10 to go. Out of the wing tee, short side left. Hall in motion left to right. They fake the toss to him. Duvall back to pass. He brings it down. He brings it up the field, makes a nice move at the 33, steps around a tackler at the 32, gets down to the 29 to the 28-yard line. Nice decision there by Duvall. He went through his reads, said, forget it, I'm going, and he picks up 6 yards down to the 29-yard line. Now the Apaches are going to go to a bit of a hurry-up as time is under 2 minutes to go, and I think we have a timeout called by the Warriors. They weren't set. They weren't expecting the quick play there. So timeout on the field. Pottsville trailing the Warriors 16-6. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache football. And we are back. Pottsville trailing the Warriors with 1:45 to go to the halftime break, 16-6. Couple of scores to pass along to you. This is an interesting matchup too. Boonville, the Cats, trailing the Dardanelles, or leading the Dardanelle Sand Lizards, I should say, 24-0 now. Russellville leading Morrilton 14-6 in that traditional matchup. That game, I believe, is probably in the second quarter. So the Devil Dogs and the Cyclones with their traditional season opening meeting. Pottsville with the ball at the 29-yard line. Toss sweep. Hall to the right side. Has room across the 25 to the 24 to the 23-yard line. Adrian Hall is going to pick up 6 yards and an Apache 1st and 10. But now time becomes an issue. Clock stops to move the flags. The first down is another heirloom legal 1st and 10. Ball was on the right hash at the 22-yard line on the 1st and 10. And they tried to sneak it straight ahead, but Mahan met right in the hole, tackled right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Clock continues to tick, tick, tick. 16-6. Lead belongs to the Warriors. The Apaches have time, though, with 1:17. They are at the Warrior 23-yard line. And Duvall back to pass after a ball fake, and he is going to get clobbered. Nobody blocked there. That was a jailbreak. Ethan Tucker, number 50, the first to get there. And Rossell there also, and also number 65, Emery Constant. All three combined on the stop. And Pottsville takes a timeout there with 1:05 to go. Once again, I kind of looked like the backfield was running one play and the offensive line was running something different.
Yeah, and that's why they met at the quarterback.
Yeah, that's why the defense met at the quarterback
right.
anyway. That's a loss of, I think, 11 on the play, back to the 33-yard line. So what do you do here, Coach? This isn't exactly what the wing tee is designed to pick up. I don't know. I'm thinking skinny post.
Well, Steve, I'm thinking the pass play a while ago, you had Villarreal, you had Caleb Metcalf streaking down the right side of the field. You might want to reverse it, put them on the left side, but I think you go something like that where you're sending two fly patterns down the side because that was there last time. We just overshot it just a little bit.
Well, and in fact, in that formation, and I think maybe the formation forced this, both wideouts had single coverage, and both wideouts beat the coverage man. So now I suspect this time, with it being third down in a heap from the, well, actually the 29-yard line, loss was back to the 29. So third down and a long way to go, 3rd and 17. I'm thinking, and I can already see it from the formation, the EPC is going to play, they're going to play cover 2. They're going to drop a couple of guys deep in a zone.
Yep.
They're going to let the Apaches catch anything short, but they're going to try to keep them from hitting something long. And Pottsville does have a timeout remaining. Slot to the left. Single back in the backfield, and Duvall's going to roll the pass to the left, makes the pitch. Ball is on the ground. It's still loose, and the Warriors are going to recover the fumble at the EPC at the 45-yard line. Ethan Tucker recovered the fumble, and I'm not sure what's up with Cooper Duvall because I saw him limping as he tried to roll the play to the left. That play looked bad from the get-go.
Yeah, Steve, I'm going to tell you, it just wasn't well executed. And, of course, the ball was on the ground. It's never good when the ball's on the ground. And big number 50, Ethan Tucker, jumped on the ball for EPC.
2 or 3 players had a chance to get to it, but just could not get there. EPC will take over at their own 34-yard line with 59 seconds left to go in the half. Pottsville shows a blitz, and a running back on a handoff on the draw met right in the hole, gains the ball carrier. Who was coming on that blitz? Was that Furr maybe?
I think it was Furr, and then also you had Mahan flying in there too.
Yeah. Tackle made by the Apaches, Trenton New. Ball is ahead to the 37-yard line, so pick up of 3 on the play. Again, the Apaches bring a blitz, and the offensive line holding like crazy. No penalty markers. Bringing the ball down is Carter Smith. Crosses the 40 on the keeper, gets outside of the 45 to the 46-yard line. Eli Atkins there for the stop. Landon Mahan may have got there as well to lend a hand. That's going to be a first down, but we're down to 29 seconds. And I saw at least 3 guys for EPC holding.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Which probably means I'm wrong. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball just across the 45. They lead this game 16-6, would like more. 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trips to the left side. The quarterback Smith in the slot. Nice pass is complete out of the shotgun to Caden Argo up the right side. Pass caught at the 45. Argo brings it up the left sideline to the 43 to the 42-yard line. And it looks like the quarterback is down in the backfield. There is a penalty flag down on the play, and that's going to look a lot like a late hit.
Yeah.
And we have a quarterback, Carter Smith. He is hurt.
Yeah, he got hit late there, Steve.
Timeout, EPC, personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
Yep.
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul penalty, roughing the passer. So that'll tack 15 more yards onto this. And that will move the ball to the 28, maybe the 29-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field as they still attend to the quarterback, Carter Smith. We will come back. The Warriors lead at 16-6. Back in 1 minute with more Apache football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back at John Needham Stadium, we're glad to see that Carter Smith is up and walking. He certainly looks dazed. On the late hit penalty, moves the ball to the 27-yard line on the additional pickoff.
All the way down to the Apache.
At the Apache 27 or 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
Looks like Caden Argo is in the backfield. And they're going to snap it to Rossell. High snap. Rossell comes up with it. He rolls left, throws it over the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. There's a penalty flag thrown right at the 20-yard line. That pass wasn't anywhere near anyone, but as Coach Lee has taught me in high school football, every pass is considered catchable. And we have a penalty flag on the play where it might be pass interference. I don't know. It might also be on EPC.
Yeah, I think they had a lineman downfield.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be, well, that's a loss of down too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
As the penalty is marked off 5 yards. Yeah, ineligible man downfield.
Illegal man downfield.
So that will back up 5 yards. Back to the 33-yard line on the penalty. and it should be, and it is, second down. 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This would be a big stop for the Apaches if they can get it.
Remains second down.
16-6 as we approach the Miller Roofing Company halftime. A double-barrel shotgun with, again, Rossell, the quarterback. He takes a high snap again, comes up with it. He wisely decides to keep it. Landon Mahan making the stop, but that play was really blown up by Metcalf, I believe. And Rossell is brought down at the 38-yard line. And I think EPC is wisely just going to let time expire. They're going to take a 16-6 lead into the half. Well, we have reached halftime, and we will come back and talk a little bit about the first half of play. When we return after this 1-minute timeout, you are listening to Apache Football. At the half, the Pottsville Apaches trailing EPC by a score of 16-6. EPC's offense took the opening possession, marched it right down the field, went 9 plays, 67 yards to score the touchdown for the Warriors, and then they completed the 2-point conversion. The next possession, the Apaches moved the ball. Their first possession, they moved it right down the field very well also. They moved it from midfield basically down to the EPC 13, but then a field goal was no good. The only other score in the first half came on a fumble recovery. Barry Rossell fell on the ball in the end zone. The 2-point conversion once again was good. Pottsville trailed at that point 16-0, but then on the Apaches' next possession, they moved the ball 14 plays. 73 yards, I should say, for the touchdown. The touchdown run was by the quarterback, Cooper Duvall. And there we have it at the break, 16-6, EPC leads it.
Yeah, Steve, first game jitters. I think we've had a chance to see that on both sides of the ball tonight for both teams. But I think one of the big positives that we can take out of tonight is number 11, Landon Mahan for the Pottsville Apaches. Man, he has been running the ball very well. Also, we've got a little speed there with number 22 for the Pottsville Apache, Metcalf. And so I think our offense with Duvall at the quarterback, I think we calm down just a little bit here in the starting the third quarter. I think you'll see this ball game turn around, and I think Pottsville will get back in the game.
All right, again, we are at the half. The Apaches trailing EPC by a score of 16-6. We'll come back with second half coverage from John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. So long for just a while. Back in a minute with more Apache football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Welcome back to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. We are close to getting back underway into the third quarter. I have some of these statistics here from the first half of play as the Warriors lead the Apaches by a score of 16-6. The big differences in this game, both offenses has scored one touchdown. The Warriors have a touchdown on an Apache fumble that was recovered in the end zone, and the Warriors have completed two two-point conversions, while the only time the Apaches tried a two-point conversion, it did not make it into the end zone. That is the lead, 16-6 for the Warriors. In the first half of play, the Apaches actually have outgained the Warriors. The Apaches ran 37 plays in the first half for 161 total yards. The Apaches also managed to pick up 10 first downs in that first half of play, but one drive by the Apaches ended in a fumble. Another drive by the Apaches ended in a missed field goal. The Warriors, they had 17 first half plays, but they're also a big play offense. They had 120 total yards. They had 5 first downs in the first half of play, but the touchdown was set up by a couple of very long pass completions. And there you have the offensive story from the first half of play. The officials are back out onto the field. The Pottsville Apaches have made it as well. One of the things we're going to have to really keep an eye on is the EPC quarterback situation. At the final possession by the Warriors, they were trying to hustle it down the field after an Apache turnover and try and get it into the end zone. And a late hit on quarterback Carter Smith sent him to the ground. And, of course, this field turf has absolutely no give at all. I don't know. In fact, I wouldn't even classify it. It was a late hit, but it wasn't necessarily a dirty hit. But when you get hit and get driven to the turf has absolutely no give to it whatsoever. And that really hurts. And we really hope that Carter Smith is able to come back and play in this second half. I'm not going to speculate on the nature of the injuries. I'm not a doctor, nor do I want to play one on a broadcast. If we hear anything, we'll pass it on, but chances are in the high school game we won't hear anything. So we'll just hope and pray that Carter Smith recovers just fine. We'd love to see him back in the game. I mean, since I work for the Pottsville School District, no shame in saying I'm hoping Pottsville wins, but you always want to beat the other team when they have everybody in their game. Now, looked like they were running at quarterback Barry Rossell, and he looks to be, well, he's a fabulous athlete, so that puts you in a pretty decent position there. And so we'll see. I think Pottsville will have the ball to begin the third quarter of play because the initial possession by the Warriors was their only offensive touchdown in the ballgame. So you got to say something nice about the defensive adjustments that the Apaches have been able to make because, boy, it looked like the way the Warrior offense started, it looked like they were just going to go up and down the field. And some adjustments by the Apaches on the defensive side really kind of shut down the offense of the Warriors. Now, of course, the Apaches have turned the ball over twice on fumbles, one resulting in a touchdown for the Warrior defense. Landon Mahan made a big interception for the Pottsville Apaches defensively. That interception thwarted what looked like was going to be a sure EPC touchdown. So both defenses have played really well. You would expect that in a 16-6 ball game. You would expect that both defenses have played very, very well. The Pottsville Apaches now back out onto the field, as are the Warriors. And the Apaches will get the ball first to begin the second half of play. And Brother Jim Huffman rejoins me at the broadcast position. I ran over some of the unofficial statistics that I keep, and believe it or not, the Apache offense has outgained and picked up more first downs than the Warriors.
Well, Steve, now that don't surprise me because they had a couple of big plays, especially that first play that they had from the line of scrimmage. But Landon Mahan, I had a chance to visit with his dad, Brian, just a little bit there at halftime. And he just said, Landon's gassed right now, because the heat and first game jitters and everything. But Landon Mahan, those yards and some of those first downs have the big player for Pottsville tonight has been number 11, Landon Mahan.
And at the moment, we would have to say Landon Mahan is probably in the lead in the G-Rays Trucking Player of the Game, but we'll all come to a decision on that as things go on. Looks like Emery Constant, whose name we really like, is going to be handling the kicking chores. He has been kicking it high and short. He does this time some weird spin on it. The ball is loose in the secondary of the Apaches on the return side, but Pottsville able to fall on the football. That ball was spinning sideways. I want to say that might have been Tyler Davis with the good hands to pick up that ball. That ball's spinning sideways. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. Tyler Davis that time, Steve, he really stepped up because that was actually like a tip drill. You always practice that when you're a defensive back or even a receiver. You do the tip drill. But that time, Tyler Davis did a great job recovering the ball for the Apaches.
Apaches have it 1st and 10 at their own 31. Pottsville working left to right. If you're with us on the radio, they are in the wing T. Motion man left to right. Give it straight ahead to Mahan. He'll get up across the 35, falls forward to the 36-yard line. Mahan, the ball carrier. And the tackle made by Garrett. I believe that was number 53, Garrett, on the tackle.
Yeah, it was. And once again, there we go. The first play here in the third quarter. Here in the second half, Landon Mahan carrying the ball for the Apaches.
2nd down and 7 as he picks up 3, almost 6, real close. Ball is just across the Apache 35. Wing T formation, 2 wide outs. This is the Apache base. They're going to toss sweep to the near side. Good kick out block. And Adrian Hall turns the corner, gets across the 40 to the 41, drugged down by what looked to be the face mask on the near side, but the official right on top of the play did not see it. Tackle made by number 4, Barry Rossell, who has played a good ball game. But the pickup will move the ball out across the 40-yard line, another pickup of 4.
Yeah, I thought they might have thrown the flag on that, Steve, tackling him out of bounds, because they actually threw him down once he was out of bounds instead of holding him up. But anyway, the officials did not see that, so.
Shows you what I know. I thought I saw a face mask on the play. Big 3rd down here for the Apaches. 3rd down at about 3 from the right hash. Quick give straight ahead to Mahan. Looked like the Warriors expecting that. Mahan still fighting, though. He's still churning the legs across the 42 to the 43-yard line. This is going to be very, very close, and the officials are going to call timeout to measure. I don't know if he got it or not, but, boy, he sure had fight in him.
Boy, he did.
They're going to mark it, let's see, a little bbit short. Boy, they didn't give him forward progress, did they? Wow, I thought he spun across the 48. They're marking it back at the 43-yard line. They're marking it back at the 42.
But
timeout for a measurement.
They are going to measure this. Yeah, this is clearly short, though.
Well, it is.
Although I do not think Pottsville got a very favorable spot. I kind of thought maybe he'd actually got up closer to the 43-yard line, but maybe a knee touched where I couldn't see it. That's a distinct possibility.
Yeah, I don't know if they call them booster burgers anymore, because I know Centennial Bank's cooking the burgers, but it's probably going to be short about a couple of cheeseburgers, a burger and a half.
Yeah, and Justin and I both noticed you did not bring any burgers back. I assume you ate all of them.
Well,
Just a little short.
Can I tell you what happened? I ran into a big bad wolf on my way up here.
As the measurement comes up a little bit short, it's going to be 4th down and actually less than a yard. They stretched the chains out. That was actually closer than I thought. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and about half a yard. And I believe the Apaches are going to go for it as they trail this game 16-6. We played about a minute of the third quarter. And yeah, the Apaches are going to go for it on 4th and a yard.
Yeah, big momentum.
Landon Mahan, the back in the backfield, out of the tee. Quick snap, Duvall takes it, forces his way straight ahead, right up the middle of the field, runs into a wall of white shirts, but I think the Apache offensive line pushed that wall back just enough as the ball is marked at the 43-yard line for a Pottsville 1st and 10, brought to you by Heirloom Legal.
Yeah, if you got a quarterback that's about 6'5", like Duvall, I think he's close to 6'5". I might have given him an inch or two, but quarterback sneak was a good call that time.
So from their own 43-yard line, the Apaches keep the drive alive. 5th play in the drive coming from their own 43. The wing team, motion man, left to right. They're going to give it to Mahan again. Starts it inside. Now Duvall, he keeps it. Turns the corner across the 35, the 30, the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cooper Duvall. What a great fake on the handoff, because he had me fooled.
Wow, he had everybody fooled that time.
That is a touchdown by Cooper Duvall.
Yeah, wow.
Now Duvall, he keeps it, turns the corner, across the 35, the 30, the 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Cooper Duvall. To the inside, now Duvall, he keeps it, turns the corner, across the 35, the 30.
Right there.
Oh, but boy, what a fake to the,
goodness.
what a fake on the first layer of the option. I bit hook, line, and sinker on that one, and obviously the Warrior defense did too. Landon Mahan on to attempt the point after. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. With 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third, your new score, the Apaches trailing the Warriors by a score of 16-13. We'll be back with more Apache football in 30 seconds.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
And he looked like Matt Jones.
Welcome back to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. The crowd still buzzing on the Cooper Duvall option keeper, where he faked the give on the first layer of the option, pulled it down, and just blasted his way up the right sideline. I didn't know Cooper had that kind of speed. I guess maybe that's game speed?
I guess that's game speed, Steve. But, I mean, you talk about tippy-toeing down that sideline and just outrunning everybody. You saw what that big athletic frame can do in open field. So, good run by Duvall.
Oh, the kickoff from the left side by Landon Mahan is going to be taken at the 18-yard line. Return up the right side, now coming back to the center of the field. But good kick coverage by the Apaches as the returner crosses the 27 to the 28-yard line. Daniel Gaines, the returner, but good kick coverage by the Apaches. Looked like everybody stayed in their lane that time down the field. That's kind of hard to do. Was it Jackson Furr that made the hit, maybe?
Well, you had Furr and you had Aiden Grant and number 18.
Carter Gittinger.
Yeah, you had about 3 Apaches back there and making the stop.
So with 10:14 to go in the third, the Warriors take over 1st and 10 at their own 29. Now who's in at quarterback? Because, again, Smith got injured in that first half of play. And the direct snap, it looks like it's Rossell, the quarterback, and the snap is taken, and then everybody stopped. And then he gives it to Gaines, and Gaines is just buried by the Apaches. It was Gavin Harris making the stop. Gavin Harris with a stop.
There you go.
Well, that play looked funny.
Well, Steve, it did, and I think it just you've got your backup quarterback in there, and
we are sorry that Carter Smith is not back in this ballgame. He is a good one. 2nd down and long from their own 26, and this time the quarterback reads it very well on the option, but he's still met as he takes it to the right. And Rossell barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. If he did, good coverage by the Apaches because the first layer of that option was getting tackled about the time Rossell would have given him the ball.
Number 4.
Still.
Steve, just looking over the sideline, it looks like Carter Smith, he's got his shoulder pads off. It don't look like he's coming back into the game.
Oh, I see him now. Boy, we hate to hear that. We wish him, our prayers for him, nothing but the best.
That's right.
3rd down, loss of another yard, makes it 3rd down and 13 from their own 26 on the right side hash. And a draw play coming. That's met right at the exchange. That's going to lose 2 yards back to the 25, or the, to the 25-yard line. Landon Mahan, I think, made the hit there. Argo was the ball carrier. He had nowhere to go. The ball's going to be at the 25-yard line. It's 4th down and about 15. So the Apaches may get good field position. But again, a reminder, watching the punter kick in the warm-ups, that's Peyton Eddings. Well, he hit some long ones. Although I'm not sure this was the player I saw hitting those. Oh, good stop by the Apache defense on the 3 and out. Gunner up the left side may have broken too early. A good punt, high spiral, hits, takes a bounce. Apaches fielded at the 41-yard line. Adrian Hall did not get a lot of return, but that was a good job for him to field that punt because that probably saved 20 yards in field position.
Yeah, Steve, the trajectory of that kick that time, if he wouldn't have fielded it, it would have went probably another 20, 25 yards down the field.
So as we suspected, the Apaches will come up with good field position. Last time they had the ball, a 5-play touchdown drive of 67 yards. The last 40-plus on a Cooper Duvall option keeper, where he just cut loose up the right sideline. And even after the halftime break, got a feel for EPC. They're a little bit short roster-wise, and their guys are really bent over breathing hard. First and 10 Apaches from their own 42-yard line. Counter coming to Metcalf. Gets in behind the blockers at the 45. Turns it upfield up the middle across midfield to the 49, but then a fumble on the play. And EPC is going to come up with the football again. That's the third fumble by the Apaches tonight. Well, that was a pickup of 11 yards, but as he went by, Metcalf had the ball stripped. Looked like coming up with a football was big number 53, DeMarcus Garrett.
Yep.
First and 10.
So EPC makes their own break again as they take over at their own 49.
Yeah, that defensive unit for EPC, Steve, they're good at stripping the football.
No doubt about it. From the 48-yard line, EPC picked up about 30 yards in field position that exchange. Rossell, the ball carrier, tries to go right, and he's tripped up in the backfield. No gain, in fact, a loss of about 3 yards on the play. Landon Mahan makes the stop again. Wow, we're calling his name a lot, Coach.
Yep.
Wow. Loss of 2 on the play, maybe? I'm kind of, back to the 47-yard line. Well, and it's a tough spot for the Warriors to be in because how many reps would your backup quarterback have had this time of the year?
This time of the year, Steve, probably not many.
Yeah.
And you could tell how good of a quarterback Carter Smith is. Just throwing the ball, running this offense. And it's unfortunate he's out of the ball game right now.
2nd and 12, jump pass completed to the left side to Gaines. He takes it outside at midfield into Apache territory. Pottsville trying to tackle the football, and they forgot to tackle Gaines. And he's going to pick up a first down to the Apache 40-yard line on the throw and catch.
Yeah. Gaines is a good-looking running back.
Well, the Apaches defense sold out on the run that time. It was a very short throw, and then Gaines made a long run to get the ball to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 14 on the play as a 1st and 10 for EPC, their first down of the half. 16-13, Warriors with the lead and the ball. 7:05 to go in the third. Draw play met right at the 40-yard line. 2 Apache players sandwiched the running back Gilmore. And Gilmore had, as the old song goes, nowhere to run to.
Nowhere to run to. He ran into number 11, Landon Mahan.
Well, Landon Mahan with another stop. I'm not sure who he also had support from on that side of the field. May have been big number 65, KJ Spencer. They met at the ball carrier. 2nd down and 10. Quick snap. Rossell looks right. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the 50-yard line. They may put it back on the EPC side of the field, but that's going to be a big loss. Back at the 50-yard line, that was KJ Spencer making the stop. Loss of 10 on the play. Well, and again, I do feel bad for Barry Rossell Jr. He looked kind of confused there, and again, how many reps could he have had?
Yeah.
I think EPC is going to take a timeout. I'm not sure Rossell may not be hurt.
Well, he is, Steve. He's limping off the field right now. I think maybe an ankle.
6:02 left to go in the third quarter. The Warriors still lead it. They're nursing that lead. They lead at 16-13. Back in 30 seconds with more Apache football. Welcome back to John Needham Stadium, home of the Pottsville Apaches. Right now, the Apaches trail the game 16-13, but Brother Jim, can't you kind of feel momentum on the Apache side of the field at the moment?
Well, Steve, we can. We were talking about, when they went for it on 4th down a while ago, and Cooper Duvall, the quarterback sneak, picked up the first down. I made the comment then, this is a big momentum play, and man, from that play on, it was the next play or the play after that. Duvall went down the sideline, and that's when we got the momentum back.
Russell still in at quarterback. It's 3rd down and 20. Warriors have the ball at midfield. Blitz coming, and a draw play up the middle. Hard running crossing midfield to the 47, the 46-yard line by number one, Gilmore, the ball carrier, but that's going to be well short of the first down. Pickup is 5 to the Apache 45, and it's going to be 4th down and a bunch. And it looks like the Warriors are going to go for this. Maybe a quick kick coming, do you suppose? Pottsville's going to take a timeout here to discuss it. Let's see. They had Gilmore in the backfield, and they also had Russell in the backfield. Looks like the Warriors are going to try to go for this.
Yeah.
That's an interesting decision there, because it would be a good opportunity for the Warriors to maybe pin Pottsville deep. The Apaches used the touchdown this time with 5:37 left to go in the quarter. And by now I think it's safe to say the big difference in this game are the 3 turnovers by the Apaches, all 3 on fumbles.
Yeah.
The Apaches have picked up 1 interception by Landon Mahan. That was what could have been a big momentum play, but then the Apaches fumbled it right back to the Warriors, and the Warriors able to score anyway. And that and the 2-point conversions are the difference in the game at 16-13.
Well, Steve, those are all things you can correct, and those are things you're going to work on. I promise you this next week, probably doing practice, Coach Russ is going to have these running backs out there, and they're going to work on hanging on to the football, getting hit with the football, but hanging on to the football as well. So I know they're going to go through some it would surprise me if these guys wouldn't go home and sleep with the football.
I'm wondering if Coach Russ is going to give the backs footballs to go down the hall with in the high school and see if people can knock it away.
Yeah.
Now the Warriors still showing like they're going to go for it. Russell back to pass, rolls to the right, looking down the field, throws it over the middle. It is going to be complete at the 23-yard line, and that's going to be a first down.
Wow.
First down at the 23-yard line. Big play there by the Warriors.
Yeah, it was a great catch. It was a great catch, but it was a big hit by Duvall. But, man, the receiver did a great job hanging on to the football for EPC.
Yeah, Argo absorbed the punishment and converted for a big first down to keep this drive alive. 4th down and 15, and the Warriors convert all the way down to the Apache 25-yard line. Quick throw and catch at the 24-yard line, but the Apaches waiting on that one. I want to say that was Metcalf that saw it coming. Pass was complete to Gaines, but that's going to lose about 6 yards. Oh, excuse me, it was Tyler Davis.
Yeah.
Reading his key perfectly. Tackle's made at the 32-yard line, so the pass is complete, but it loses 11. 2nd down and long coming for the Warriors. They are at the Apache 31. EPC leads at 16-13. Russell in at quarterback. He brings it out of the back. That was a read option play. Russell keeps it, runs it up the right hash across the 30 to the 29-yard line. And he's going to be stopped there. Tackle made by number 52, Isaac Cox. And that's going to bring up another 3rd down and long as the line of scrimmage is marked at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 15 as that was a pickup of 3. Trips to the left. Russell in the backfield has one man back there behind him. That is Camden Argo. And single wide out to the right side. Apaches this time not showing blitz. Back to pass. They get pressure. Thrown up for grabs and intercepted by the Apaches. Is that Duvall? He'll return it up the left sideline across the 40 into Warrior territory. Has a blocker. Gets down to the Warrior 40 to the 39-yard line. There is a penalty flag on the play late. Or was that Landon Mahan? Pressure, thrown up for grabs and intercepted by the Apaches. Is that Duvall? He'll return it up the left sideline across the 40 into Warrior territory. They get pressure. The ball is marked at the 40, and it looks like they're going to call the penalty on the Warriors.
Yeah. And Mahan is gassed, man. I mean, he is. I think he's cramping up some too.
Yep. Get that man some pickle juice.
Face mask penalty.
Face mask is the penalty.
Moves the ball down to the 35-yard line. First and 10.
Pottsville will take over at the Warrior 35-yard line. At the plus 35 with 3:50 to go in the quarter. Yeah, Mahan's going to come to the sideline and get some fluids. Pottsville, 1st and 10 at the Warrior 35 on the left hash. Out of the wing tee, toss sweep coming. That's Hall. He's going to try to turn the corner. Now cuts it back in at the 28. Makes a man miss. Hall still fighting for yards at the 34 to the 33-yard line. And we have a penalty flag well away from the play. You had two players talking to each other, and I think they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know if it's going to be on one team or both. And we have another Warrior player down on the field. I think maybe he's cramping.
Yeah, I think it's Tyler Moore.
Yep.
That's down for the Warriors. And
the coaches get him up off the ground. He's wobbling, but I think he's wobbling because his leg is kind of cramped up.
Yep.
He's having trouble walking. Now we'll see what the officials call. The flag came back at about the 21-yard line, and there were players from both teams right up in each other's faces. So this may be my favorite penalty coming. We'll see. I hope not. Pottsville trails this game 16-13 with 3:38 left to play in the contest. And here is the call. It's a dead ball. Personal foul. First against EPC. Personal foul against Pottsville. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Russellville. Yep, my favorite call. Offsetting penalties. Yeehaw. So it's going to be the play will, since it's a post-possession foul, the play will move the ball to the 33-yard line. Offsetting penalties, which is the call I hate, will leave the ball at the 33. And the Apaches will have it 2nd down and 7.
so what you're saying, that yellow flag did a whole lot of work for nothing.
Absolutely zero.
Yeah.
Aiden Grant splits out wide to the left for the Apaches. Wide out to the near side is Jackson Furr. Out of the wing tee, give is to Metcalf. Tries to turn it upfield behind the center, and he has met right at the point of exchange. May have fallen forward for a yard, but no more than that to the 32-yard line. 3rd down and long. I would think this is 4-down territory unless something bad happens here. Still have 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cooper Duvall has the play, comes back out onto the field. Landon Mahan also back in for the offense. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Line of scrimmage is the plus 33. They're on the Warrior side of the field are the Apaches. 2 wide outs and then the wing tee. Duvall with a motion man left to right. Keeps it himself, pulls it down, crosses the 30, fights his way outside the hash to the 29, to the 28. They're going to give him forward progress to the 26-yard line. This is going to be relatively close. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and a long yard.
It is going to be 1, Steve.
Yep. And if I'm the Warrior defense, I'm keying on number 11 here. Landon Mahan's had a chance to kind of catch his breath a little bit. Barry Rossell, the quarterback, is back in to play defense on this big 4th down play. 2:09 to go in the 3rd. Pottsville trails at 16-13. 4th down and about a yard from the 27-yard line, and we have a penalty flag, and the penalty is going to be a penalty against the Apaches for illegal procedure on the false start. Ouch.
Move the ball back 5 yards.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. So the penalty will move the ball back to the 31-yard line. And it'll be 4th down here, probably out of field goal range, though. A field goal would tie it, but let's see, from here it would be a 47 or 48-yard attempt. I don't know, but I don't think the Apaches have a field goal kicker with that kind of range. So the Apaches are going to go for it. They're going to send a slot formation to the left side of the field. Mahan in the backfield. Duvall has Metcalf coming in motion right to left. Toss sweep. He's got one man to beat in the backfield. He does. Turns it up the left side, but then he's going to be tackled at the 26-yard line. He's going to be short of 1st down yardage, and that will turn the ball over on downs. That hurt. Well, what really hurt was the illegal procedure penalty before that.
Yeah, that's what got us, Steve. And once again, those are some of those mental mistakes that you make. You know, you're deep into the third quarter, your first football game. It's a hot night here in August, and you're making a lot of little mental mistakes, but those are things that can be corrected. I'd like to be at practice this week, man. It ought to be a fun week of practice.
Oh, yeah. Warrior football, 1st and 10, they're at their own 28-yard line. Rossell is still at quarterback, has trips to the left. Direct snap, Rossell's just going to go straight ahead. He'll move it up the right hash across the 29 to the 30-yard line. And he will pick up about 2 yards on the play. And I kind of thought EPC might slow it down a little bit, but they're going no huddle as the ball is actually at the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 7 from the 31. Now they slow down to get the play call from the sideline, and the coach is still signaling stuff, most of which probably doesn't mean much of anything. Rossell, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. In fact, actually, it's a pistol formation with one back behind him. And they fake it, throw it to the near side. It's complete, and then immediately tackled by the Apaches. Pass was complete to Cooper Argo. Tyler Davis saw that coming, and he buried it for a loss all the way back to the 26-yard line. Now, Tyler Davis is going to have to be careful because he's jumped that route twice now.
Well, he has, and I know he's got a read that he's keying on, and that's why he's moving. But if you're Rossell, next thing you're going to do, you said, okay,
pump and go.
I'm going to pump and go, and you got to watch that. That's where your safety's really got to help you.
3rd and 12 for the Warriors. They're back at their own 26-yard line. Wide side right, short side left. Warriors have trips in the short side. One running back in the backfield is Argo. Rossell takes the snap. He's under pressure, moves back, rolls to the right. He's going to outrun one defender, but the cavalry arrives and makes the tackle at the 26, maybe the 27-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 11, I believe.
That's the end of the third
and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. After 3, EPC still leads it 16-13. Back in 1 minute with more Apache football. Welcome back. We are ready to begin the fourth quarter of play. Momentum has very much been on the Apache side of the field in the second half. Unfortunately, that has only resulted in one touchdown. That was on the initial possession of the half by Pottsville. That was on a long touchdown run by Cooper Duvall on the option. Since then, the teams have been exchanging turnovers and exchanging, stop on downs. See Adrian Hall limping coming to the sideline, speaking of cramps, so he'll not be in on this return play. Looks like EPC is going to kick it on 4th and 12 from their own 26.
Number 21,
Davis
Davis
is back to return the punt.
For EPC.
Kicking the ball for the Warriors is
Argo.
Snap is low. Argo picks it up, kicks it to the near side. A short kick is going to be downed at about the 46-yard line, but it's the plus 46-yard line. Pottsville will have it 1st and 10 in good field position again, and this time the Apaches need to take advantage of that field position.
Yeah, Steve, we're getting a start on the 46, and great field position to start here in the fourth quarter. We're down by 3, but as you said, the momentum is shifted just a little bit, going towards Pottsville's favor. We just need to find the end zone and put this ball game in the books as a win.
And what we need here is about a 14-play, 11-minute, 50-second drive where Cooper Duvall falls into the end zone.
That sounds like a great plan. Can you draw that up for us?
Yeah, let me draw up the 14 plays here.
Yeah.
Out of the wing tee, the Apaches first and 10 from the plus 45 on the left hash. They give it to Mahan, crosses the 40, getting to the 39 to the 38-yard line, right up the center of the field, and then tackled at the 39-yard line after a pickup of 9. They'll move it down to the plus 37-yard line. You could take a shot here, but the way you've been kind of grinding it out, I'm not sure you don't stick with the 3 yards in a cloud of turf.
Yeah. I think you remind everybody, hey, hang on to the football.
Yep.
Hang on to the football.
Wide to the right goes Jackson Furr. Wide to the near side. I believe that's Tyler Davis. Out of the wing formation, Hull comes in motion. I guess he's all right. Toss sweep Adrian, turns it up, sees a hole as he crosses the 35. Still fighting for yards, but then driven back. That's going to be, I think, good enough for first and 10. And now we have another penalty marker come in. And I think this one may be on the Warriors.
I think it is. Adrian Hall pointed out something to the officials that one of the EPC players doing. I couldn't tell who it was, but we're going to find out.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Against EPC.
Yeah.
So that will assure the first down. I think the running back Hall, or actually he would have been more of a wing back, would have had first down yardage, but they're going to mark off the 15 yards to the EPC 22-yard line. So the result of the play is a 16-yard gain for the Apaches. Everybody in this game's tired now. Boy, fourth quarter of game number 1 of the year in the middle of the summer. That's always brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Pottsville comes to the line of scrimmage, trailing the game 16-13, 10:39 to play. Slot to the left, open field to the right. Mahan, the single back in the backfield. Duvall, the quarterback, and they're going to give it to Mahan. He angles right, gets a good kick-out block as he crosses the 29 to the 18 to the 17 across the hash, where he is tackled by the Warriors left side linebacker.
The ball down to the 16.
Actually, they'll give him to the 16-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. Second down and 4 for the Warriors, as the ball is at the 16-yard line for the Apaches. Cooper Duvall has the play. He checks something on his wrist, which, if I were on defense, that would kind of make me wonder if Pottsville may not be about to run something they haven't run tonight.
Yeah.
You know, now the slot receiver on the left side has absolutely no coverage. That's Jackson Furr. They're still going to run it right. Mahan cuts it inside at the hash, and another fumble by the Apaches. Fumble at the 5. EPC is going to recover the ball at the 2-yard line. That is the 4th fumble of the ball game.
Wow. Steve, that, it's some of that stuff that we just, we've talked about it up here, and I feel sorry for these guys. You got to give EPC credit. The Warriors, they are tackling the football. They are tackling and stripping the football, and we've had 4 of those tonight in critical situations that if it continues, it's going to cost us the ball game. But hopefully we can play some defense here, get the ball back, still have time to win this ball game.
Yeah, the Apaches have moved the ball up and down the field. They just keep giving it back to the white shirts on fumbles. All right, Warriors have it first and 10. They are back at their own 2-yard line. Rossell, the quarterback. He has a couple of backs in the backfield now. Looks like they almost switched back to a double-barrel shotgun look, and I'm not sure. I think we're going to have a timeout. Yeah, the Warriors are going to use a timeout here. So, timeout on the field, 9:43 to play, 16-13 Warriors. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache football. Welcome back to Pottsville Apache football. The Apaches trail this game 16-13. Just turned the ball back over to the Warriors. EPC was, I guess, about to run the wrong play. So Coach Brandon Powell of the Warriors used a timeout. That is the second timeout he's used, leaving his Warriors with one, but they kind of feel like the game's in their hands right now, I would think, and they don't want to make any mistakes back at their own 2-yard line. The Apaches, on the other hand, desperately would love to see a turnover back here. Single back in the backfield, Russell up under center. He takes it straight ahead, gets good blocking, hits a hole across the 6 to the 7-yard line. Finally tackled at the 7. Going to be a nice pickup on first down as they move it to the 8-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 6.
Argo on the carry.
Well, make it closer to the 7-yard line. So we'll call it a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5. Warriors lead it 19-13. 9:15 to play in the ball game. Apache defense looking for what would be their second turnover to be forced in this contest. Landon Mahan has an interception in this game. 10 seconds on the play clock as the Warriors try to milk it for as much as they can. Now they're in their offset eye, their 2-point conversion. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back crossing the 11 to 12. That's Gaines. He's going to be close to first down yardage, working his way right behind the center and the right guard. But he's going to be a little bit short. It's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard as he gets to the 12. He's got to get to the 13 for the 1st and 10, almost to the 14. And now we have an official stoppage of the clock. Oh, yeah, maybe we have an equipment problem. Oh, they're going to measure to see. Yeah, this is very close to the first down, so an official timeout for measurement. We'll see how this looks. And it is going to be, I think, a first down. The nose is right up against the chain. That's a first down.
First down.
So they'll actually mark the ball at the 13-yard line. Only points that have come in the second half has been the Apache touchdown, which closed them to within 3. The Apaches have knocked on the door in each of their possessions, but I think each one other than the touchdown has failed on fumbles. The Apaches, 2 fumbles and then turned it over on downs. So 1st and 10 Warriors, and they're given on the draw play, coming to his left, and a good hit, but couldn't make the tackle as Gaines, the ball carrier, keeps it alive. He got outside, tried to cut it back inside, and Pursuit was a little bit late getting there, and rather than a big loss on the play, it's going to be a nice gain. Gain of about 7. Eli Atkins making the stop.
Yeah. And he did a great job from that corner position, turning the ball back in. And like you said, Steve, but Pursuit was not there.
Yep.
And he got back up, and he went ahead and made the tackle.
Went ahead and made the tackle anyway. Eli Atkins with a nice play there, staying at home. Originally, he was the only guy who could have made the play. That might have been a race up the sideline if he hadn't been there. As it is, pickup of 7 makes it 2nd down and 3. From the 18, Russell, the quarterback, they're going to try a counter. This time the Apaches stack it up at the line of scrimmage, which is the 20. A lot of misdirection, but the Apache defensive line and the linebacker stayed home. Nick Boselden on part of the tackle. That may have even lost a yard.
Argo on the carry.
Argo was the ball carrier. They stopped him at the 19. So loss of a yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Eli Atkins, actually, he is in the ball game for Adrian Hall, who's out with leg cramps right now, Steve.
Yep. And the Warriors are in no hurry. The play clock is already inside of 9 seconds, and they're just now getting to the line of scrimmage. And now some confusion on the Warriors lining up. I don't think they're going to get this play off. And we have a timeout called just at the 0 mark as Coach Powell calls timeout. Warriors with a timeout. 6:36 to play in the game. 16-13 Warriors back in 30 seconds with more Apache football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Warriors, the road team tonight. That's a long drive from Lepanto, but so far it's been successful for them. They lead this game by 3, although their starting quarterback, Carter Smith, was injured toward the end of the first half of play. The Warriors have put no points up on the scoreboard since then, but their defense has kept them in this game, and specifically their turnover hunting defense. Warriors now have a 3rd down and 4. They are at their own 20-yard line. Ball is on the right hash, short side right. Again, the power I formation. Give it to the fullback, and he follows some good blocking across the 27, gains the ball carrier, gets to the 28.
Brings up 4th down.
That's going to be short of the first down, though. I said 28, the 24, I'm sorry. And it's going to be 4th down and 2 or 3 yards. I thought he got further up the field, but a good job by the Apaches stacking that up.
Yeah, I think it's Mahan, and Mahan's cramping up right now. I think they're going to try to get him off.
Yep, looks like coming into the game is going to be Ben Burnett. Adrian Hall looks like he has shaken off the effects of the cramp. He's going to be back deep at the 50-yard line to receive the kick. We think that is coming. The snap is good. Argo's kick is high but short. It's going to hit at the 45, take a Warrior bounce. Hall picks it up back at the 43, and he's going to be stacked up at the 41-yard line. Still good field position and a good decision again by Hall to come up with that football, because I think he probably once again saved about 10 or 15 yards of field position.
Well, he did, and now he's hobbling back too, Steve. He is, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of cramps on the field right now.
Yep. Back in the day, I think it was the mantra was feed them bananas, but I think now, what is it, pickle juice, I think?
Pickle juice.
And bananas.
Bananas, coconut water, believe it or not.
Maybe they ought to go get some of that beet juice that the Razorback pitcher used so effectively.
Yeah, hey, that worked pretty good, didn't it?
That worked for him. 5:42 to go in the ball game. Apaches trailing by 3. Have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. Duvall, the keeper, he's got running room across midfield, deep into the Warrior territory. Duvall up to 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Pottsville! There are no penalty flags on the play. 60-yard touchdown run by Cooper Duvall. And once again, there's game speed. Touchdown by Cooper. There are no penalty flags on the play. Secondary man who actually had a pursuit angle on him. And the Apaches have taken their first lead of the season, 19-16 over the Warriors. Now another big point after touchdown coming.
The PAT is number 11, Landon Mahan.
Landon Mahan, the kicker. Duvall, the holder. Mahan's kick is on the way, and it is good. Your new score with 5:31 to go in the ball game. The Apaches 20, the Warriors 16. Back at 30 seconds with more Apache football.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Kind of a battle of attrition going on now. Both teams with all kinds of cramping, all kinds of injury issues. But the Pottsville Apaches have scored the only points in the second half with 2 touchdowns. And Landon Mahan has had, or it's not Landon Mahan, Cooper Duvall has had 2 very long touchdown runs. And there was some outstanding blocking by the left side of the Apache offensive line to open that hole up. I don't know that anybody from EPC got within 5 yards
Steve, they
of
did.
Cooper. That was impressive. The Apaches going to kick it off from their own 40-yard line for the first time tonight. They lead at 20-16. A run up, high kick to the deepest part of the field at the 15-yard line. EPC fumbles it and then picks it up. The returner is Gaines. He hits a slot at the 35 up the left sideline of the 40. The last man that could get him does at the 45-yard line. Daniel Gaines, the carrier. And the tackle made by Nathan Paramo coming all the way down the field, but good field position for the Warriors.
Wow. You're talking about saving a touchdown. Paramo that time, though, you're talking about a big tackle. That was a big open field tackle.
Well, and earlier on I talked about how well the Apaches had stayed in their lanes on kick coverage. That time when Gaines fumbled the football, Pottsville broke down a little too soon trying to get down there, and one block, and it freed up some running room. Now they're going to mark him back at the 45-yard line. Still very good field position for the offense on the 1st and 10. 5:22 to go. Warriors have it at the Apache 45. Pottsville showing single coverage all over the field. Now 2 safeties step back. Warriors in a double-barrel shotgun. Quarterback is Rossell. 2 backs behind him. They're going to give it to number 5, Argo, on the counter. Crosses the 43 to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. And we have whistles all over the place again. I believe there's a Warrior player down. Yep. And I cannot see who it is, but there is most certainly a Warrior player down with 5:07 remaining in the ball game. I believe it might be Mike Collins, number 52. I can't really see for sure, and I certainly can't tell you what's going on there. So what we'll do is we'll tell the Apaches lead at 20-16, 5:07 left to go in the ball game, and we'll come back in 1 minute with more Apache football. At the 41-yard line, that was Mike Collins. He got to the sideline with the assistance of a couple of coaches. We'll hope and pray that he is all right. It's going to be 2nd down for the Warriors. 2nd and 6 from the Apache 41-yard line. Pottsville leads this game 20-16. Roswell, the quarterback, counter give coming left to right. I think that is Gilmore, the ball carrier. He'll get across the 40-yard line. Was trying to fight his way down to the 39, but he was driven back by a good Apache pursuit that time.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, our defense, they've got to come up big here, get this stop, and then offense just run that clock out.
Cox gets credit for standing up the running back Gilmore and driving him back to the 40-yard line. So really no gain on the play or pickup of 2. 3rd down and 5 for the Warriors. They're at the Apache 40-yard line, coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the game. So this is pretty much going to be 4-down territory. Again, the power I formation, and they're going to give it to the tailback. That's Gaines. He's going to turn the corner inside the 35, brings it upfield up the right sideline to the 33 to the 32-yard line. I see a lot of pointing on the near sideline. I'm not sure if the ball might have come loose or if a penalty flag might have come in. It's going to be a 1st down at the 30-yard line after a pickup of almost 10. EPC has had really good luck with that power I formation. That is the Warrior 1st down. It is just their 3rd 1st down of the half. 3:50 to go in the game. Pottsville leads at 20-16. Warriors again in that power I formation. Watch for Gaines, the running back. Roswell gives it to Gaines, and Gaines is buried in the backfield. Landon Mahan came on a run blitz, and that's going to lose 5 yards on the play back to the 35. So far, every time the Warriors have lined up in that power I look, or a triangle formation if you prefer, they've always given it to the trail man, and Landon Mahan said not this time.
I tell you what, Mahan's just played an excellent ball game on both sides of the ball.
Loss is back to the 34-yard line. Second down and 14 for the Warriors. 3 minutes to go in the game. The Apaches lead it by 4, 20-16. Toss sweep this time, and again, cutting it back inside was Gaines. The Apaches had that diagnosed in the backfield, but Gaines' cutback was just too quick. He found a seam right up the gut inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, but Gaines is absolutely gassed.
Brings up third down 9.
Need a stop here, Steve.
Yep, certainly do. Third down and 9 as the ball is marked at the 34-yard line. Or excuse me, at the 29-yard line. At the 29, third down and long. Again, the triangle formation, if you will. Rossell back to pass. He's under pressure. Has the pass knocked away at the 30-yard line. Tyler Davis was in pursuit. Made the quarterback Rossell throw it before he wanted to. I didn't see who got a big paw on it in the secondary.
I think it was number 51. I think that's
Harris.
Harris.
Yep. Gavin Harris knocked it away, so it's going to bring up fourth down at the 29.
By number 51, Gavin Harris. Brings up fourth.
So fourth down at the 29. Harris has played a good ball game tonight. 2:11 to go in the game. This could be the ball game as Pottsville leads it 20-16. Fourth and 9. Warriors at the Apache 29. Wide out to the left is Gaines. I kind of think they want to get him the ball if they can. Rossell back to pass. Rolls it to the right. And Rossell is going to be hit back at the 45 and buried at the 46-yard line.
By number 65.
Tackle made by K.J. Spencer, and that may seal the victory as the loss is all the way back to the 43, and the Apaches get the ball back on downs. That was a loss of 14 on the play.
Well, Steve, we need to run a couple of good plays, hang on to the football, and then get in that victory formation.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's not going to take many because the Warriors are out of timeouts. They used all those up on their last drive where they started back at their 2-yard line. So the Apaches will take over at the 43-yard line, but play clock down to 9. The Apaches get lined up in whatever they want to run. It's going to be the bunch formation. Cooper Duvall is going to take it back, takes a knee at the 26-yard line. The clock will continue to run, and the Warriors can't stop it. Oh, the clock goes tick, tick, tick for another 35 seconds. At the 36-yard line. Second down and a bunch. The Apaches begin to celebrate a little bit. You're still going to have to snap the ball a couple of times. Don't celebrate just yet. Back at the 37-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play, which is okay. So one of the things we need to discuss amongst ourselves is the player of the game, the G-Rays trucking player of the game. As the Apaches, again, in a victory formation, penalty flags fly everywhere as Duvall goes backwards. And the Warriors trying to jump the gun there. I'm not sure exactly what the penalty is. Cooper Duvall gets in showing leadership and getting his guys separated and away from the scrum. Justin, what do you think player of the game?
Oh, that's number 11 right there, baby. He's had a heck of a game on both sides of the ball.
Landon Mahan is Justin's vote, and I can't argue with him. Justin says he's had a good game on both sides of the football. What do you think?
Well,
what do you think, Brother Jim?
Well, I'm going to say Mahan because of his running ability tonight. Also on the defensive side of the ball, as Justin said. But you got to have a close second by Cooper Duvall with the 2 long touchdown runs tonight.
And I'm going to join you so we won't get Zach's opinion because I'm going to say Landon Mahan as well. So We'll call Landon Mahan the G-Rays trucking player of the game for the Apaches. The penalty was against EPC. The clock has started. the game clock, the play clock was already winding. Apaches at the line of scrimmage. Duvall takes it, backs up 3 yards, takes the knee at the 39. There is, have they marked the ball ready for play yet? They have. The play clock is running. There is about a 12-second difference between the two, as the loss is back to the 38-yard line. But looks like the Apaches are going to put this in the win column now, as I think they will only have to snap the ball one time on the third down play and just keep a hold of it and take a knee.
Yeah. Hang on to that pigskin.
Yep. 10, so there's an 18-second difference between the two. So, yeah, get a hold of that pigskin, take a knee, and Duvall takes the snap, takes the knee at the 35-yard line, and that's going to do it. Your final score, the Pottsville Apaches are going to come from behind, shutting out the Warrior offense in the second half, and the Apaches win it by a final of 20-16. We'll come back and we will wrap it up in 2 minutes. You are listening to Apache Football.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center. There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Back at John Needham Stadium in Pottsville, the hometown crowd very pleased. But, boy, you got to say that the Warriors came in here, gave the Apaches all they wanted. That Warriors team's got guts, don't they?
Well, Steve, they do. Of course, their quarterback went down, number 6. I believe that was Smith. Carter Smith went down, and of course, it changed the dynamics of this ball game. And we do pray that he is going to be okay and be able to return to his team. But, man, you've got to give them credit. EPC, they came in here. They drove about – we know that drive. We took that drive last year. It's about a 3.5-hour drive, and so they've got a long way home, but we wish them safe travels home tonight. But what a great comeback win for our Pottsville Apaches.
The Apaches gave up only one touchdown to the high-flying Warriors offense, and that was on the Warriors' initial possession of the game. Otherwise, the Apaches pitched a shutout. The other Warrior touchdown came on a defensive fumble recovery in the end zone. Otherwise, they would have been shut out for the rest of the ball game. They were shut out in the second half. EPC's two-point conversions actually caused the Apaches some serious difficulty as well. But, yeah, it was the second half, and it was the ground attack by the Apaches. Landon Mahan, our player of the game, he had a lot of yards, 2 long touchdown runs by Cooper Duvall, showing speed I honestly did not know he had. One of the things that Coach Russ talked about a lot before we did our pregame show, and then as we did our pregame coaches show, is how much improvement that Cooper Duvall has made as the quarterback, and not only getting bigger, stronger, he's most definitely gotten faster.
Well, you've had a chance to see, Cooper is 6'4", maybe 6'5", and just with that long frame, you just didn't know how athletic he was until tonight.
Yep, he was outstanding. All right, the Apaches win it by a final score of 20-16. We appreciate all the technical help we had tonight. We appreciate the work of Zach Byram. We appreciate all the other workers, Stephen Barry on the radio side, having a wonderful evening this evening.
Yep, Big Justin Smith, our producer, with the live stream, and of course you mentioned Zach. So, man, and hats off to Landon Mahan, the player of the game.
Pottsville wins it 20-16. I'm Stephen Glenn. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time. So long, everybody.